producers wanted them all to come and sit down again together. And
Hmm.
that Jennifer was acting like a queen. She was like, you should have seen me. It was like, I was the queen. And I was like, okay, she can sit at my table. So she let her come back. So then they all sat back down. And I don't know how it ended because I didn't ask past that. But um,
So
so
that's
that
what the whole thing, this scene with Dolores, the godmother of New Jersey, sitting there iconic. It was all over Jennifer saying no one came to your kid's party and your husband had a breast reduction surgery.
Yeah, she said, you know, you
Gynecomastia.
wear the bra, he has the boobs or some shit. Yeah. Something petty and stupid. But again, with Jennifer, just like Teresa, they like to say, don't poke the bear, but they want you to poke them because they need the storyline. They need the fight. They need to be relevant. They need the action revolving around them. And another thing too, like the Tipsy and Tulum party at Teresa's, when Danielle and Jennifer get into it, I can hop on your pod closer
You're
to
gonna
that
have to
episode.
come back. First, we're gonna have to release this mini episode. Then we're gonna have to release this big recording,
Oh
which you
yeah.
and I have already
Oh
done.
yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
needs
And
to
you know
join the
what? There's
Patreon. But yes, you also need to come back this season because it seems like you know a lot of spoilers. But go on.
yeah, no, I was just gonna say that the Patreon is gonna have some bombshells, guys. That
We
is
already
gonna be
recorded it, you guys. Trust me, it goes on forever. It's going to be two parts. It's a lot of tea.
yeah, yeah. And then again, I have receipts to back it up too.
And what were you going to say about coming back on to a spoiler when something happens? The
Oh, the
Tulum
tipsy and
party.
Tulum. Another thing, like there was a lot of fights back and forth between Danielle and Jennifer, where Jennifer made it very clear to me that she did not like the fact that Teresa doesn't back her. I mean, Danielle did. Jennifer told me she had the cup. So at the Tipsy and Tulum, we can get further detail in regards to this closer to the episode, but real quick. So Jennifer told me that. So here comes Danielle, you know, they're going back and forth, and Danielle has this cup with a drink, and her and Jennifer are going at it. They're talking about how, oh, I hear you're talking about me, and they're just going back and forth and fighting. Jennifer goes, I remember she put her drink down, Gabriella, and I grabbed it because I thought she was going to throw it in my face. And I start walking away, and Danielle's like, where are you going with my drink? And then they're just going back and forth. Well, it ends up getting her drink back in her hand. And she goes, all of a sudden, she just bam, she whacks me in the side by my ear with the cup. But she goes, I was in her face though, Gabriella. But when she told me that, I was like, I get it. Then no wonder she fucking hit you because you were in her face. Trust me, if someone's in my space and I felt her in, I'm hitting you. You back up, right? So anyway, she said I was in her face. We were going at it, and then bam, Danielle got me on the side. And I remember Jennifer said she was a little bit shook, but again, she's got that ego. She's a little smart ass. She said she starts to lick her fingers and like licks her cheek, and she's like because the drink got all over her. But she said, Gabriella, it hurt. It hurt. She broke it was like a tumbler, like a thick plastic. She broke it on me. She goes, I remember like I was looking around and I'm looking for Teresa. I'm like, everyone's like in shock. And she's like, nobody, nobody came to my defense. And then if you guys paid attention to their stories the night of the Tipsy and Tulum party, they all stayed at Teresa's house, partying and drinking in the kitchen, dancing on the kitchen counters. And if you look at Jennifer Aydin's face throughout those videos, she's acting like she's having a good time, but she literally had a cup broken over the side of her face, and her friends didn't back her up. And they're right there partying like if nothing happened. I mean, it had to have been disturbing to Jennifer. She must have felt like she was on an island and no one was out for her, best interest. Just like when all this shit came out and I was starting to tell everybody, guys, this is the truth. Here's what they were involved in. And I started leaking everything. What were they doing that Tuesday night? And you can see it on Jennifer's face. They were at Louis' 50th birthday party. You really think Jennifer is sitting there thinking, like, guys, we're being exposed. It's time to party. And then Teresa and Lou are just like, hey, everybody having a good time. I mean, it's so fake and phony. Like, I hate to break it to Teresa. I hate to break it to Jennifer. Like, you guys don't give a shit about each other. You guys aren't really the dream team and besties because I had both of them complaining about each other. So, I mean, we're going
Teresa
to see.
complained about Jennifer also.
She didn't like the fact that she went to the Envy fashion show. She didn't like the fact that she went to their housewarming. She didn't like the fact that she was over there talking with Margaret. I remember Margaret started following Jennifer on Instagram after one of those events. And I remember Teresa was furious over it. So yeah, they bickered back and forth, especially after the Namaste Bitches live event where they were fighting Danielle again and Jennifer. And Teresa didn't jump in and say anything for Jennifer, didn't back her. Jennifer was like, hello. am I not your friend? Like, stand up for me. And no one did.
This is why people are not loving this season. Like, I think people, yes, we're not having Melissa versus Teresa, and then we'll wrap up because this is just our mini chat, but this is why they're not loving it. I think it's too toxic for people. I don't think they want this. I really don't.
No, and it's not like the toxic fun, because there is toxic fun out there,
Yes.
We love it. We love some drama, but not like this.
We
Especially
love, to me, we love like receipts and timelines and everyone exposing Monica. And then, I mean, I don't even think anything Monica did is even a 1/16th of what Teresa's doing behind the scenes with bloggers and her lawyer. I just don't.
correct. And that's what makes this whole situation even like more horrendous, I guess, horrific, that there's an actual lawyer involved in this operation. The one who should know better than all of us.
I just think it's playing with fire. I just think if you're spending all day manipulating this and this behind the scenes and off camera, it's like, it's not how it works. Like, we have editors and a network and a production. You can't manipulate the narrative. You can try, but they got to be exhausted. They got to be exhausted. No?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a full-time job off the set. Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, everyone needs to watch like tonight's episode, this week's episode of New Jersey. Again, for everyone, this has already been recorded. So I think we were on for like 2 hours, a little over 2 hours. So,
Yeah.
but I would love for you to come back this season and like reveal more spoilers and just talk about more things, like, because you were a part of this. They were DMing you the whole time and kind of telling you what to put out there on Melissa's All No. So I would love for you to come back this season.
Yes. I'd love to come back. And thanks for having me.
Hopefully this has whet everyone's appetite, this little quick hit for what's to come. Again, we spent 2 hours, so I'm going to figure out how to release that between Patreon and how many episodes it's going to be, but we have a lot to say, and you do reveal quite a bit. So this was just for everyone who wants more. This was just a little quick hit, but email me. I will email you. I appreciate this. I mean, once this was suggested to me, I was like, I definitely want to talk to her. So I appreciate you taking all your time to record this with me
Oh,
today.
thank you. Thank you for having me. It's been fun.
You're the best. I believe every word you say because you have, like you said, you have no real horse in this race, and I
Yeah,
certainly
thank
don't.
you. And I love and I totally respect how neutral you are. Like you said, you don't like kiss no one. Like I've said it. You don't have to kiss the ring in regards to any of these housewives. So it's really like safe talking to you because you're not out to just come for one and attack another and protect this one. I love it.
I don't. I mean, that's why if you're talking to certain outlets out there and they're anti-Teresa, it's like, yeah, I mean, there is a slant to it. I'm really not. I don't care about Teresa. I don't care about Melissa. I don't care about Louis. I truly don't care. I care about the people listening to this. We cover this show like we cover everything else. So I feel like I'm glad that you get that because I really don't have
Yes.
an agenda. I just want
Yes.
people to hear your story. That's it. So, but
Yes. I'm so thankful to Tree Fab for hooking us up because,
me
this is a
too.
story that needs to be told.
Me too. And there's a lot more to it. And so email me and I'm going to figure out how all this is going to be released. And thank you for taking your time today.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a great Sunday.
All right, you too. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.